Check it. I'm the gator, your mama's worst nightmare. Catch her by the toe, I won't let her go. Chomped on her foot, got her screaming, oh no. Gator gonna get ya. Better act quick, better take the picture. Gator gonna spin, it's gonna be a ripper. Better watch out, cause the gator gonna get her. Interior crocodile, alligator. Rolling through the swamp, I'm a nature dominator. Snapping up your mama, call me the mama curator. Chomp you once, call me interior crocodile, alligator. Gator gonna chomp, you better watch your back. Once I bite down, ain't no coming back. Used to drive around in a Chevy movie theater. You know him, he's the interior crocodile, alligator. Really? That really happened? Yup. Interior crocodile, alligator. Got me thinking about my behavior. Watch him spin, watch him win, dominator of the swamp. But I forgot it was mama he got. And the boat was just empty. All that was left was her car key. Went back home and told dad, but he wasn't even mad, cause he said, interior crocodile, alligator. Used to drive a Chevy movie theater, but got lost in the sauce and lost in the swamp. And that's the second mama that he's gobbled up. Interior crocodile, alligator. Rolling through the swamp, I'm a nature dominator. Snapping up your mama, call me the mama curator. Chomp you once, I'm the swamp regulator. Gator gonna chomp, you better watch your back. Once I bite down, ain't no coming back. Used to drive around in a Chevy movie theater. You know him, he's the interior crocodile, alligator. I went back to look for mama, but all I found there was drama. Cause there was mama playing dice on the stump with Gator gonna get you. Interior crocodile, alligator.
But it was meant to distract from a paper takeover. That's all it was. Because there were 7
Amor de pentagon, llamatan fulaniana romana bilal Hori acompañaonia toba titun siramo hamna sa hufurak Distisunene toba doben toba unaba Anin kalanya luri esperanza po hakuak no beige Yuna kunu hoben sound Toba hakmatek iha mehidiet par abandader O hader ho contenti La 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 Sha la 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 Sha la la sha la 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 la
Opot ona Olaron tos hanoi mostos Mundu hanorin noi satu sai asertivo Memoria sira hotu O husik tokti ora O nia fuona gora Ansa fatto knevela fragile Favor la lunga puet rotuna Odia direi tu la liga sente toda La liga sente tu vida Ne unio morista la neve o miliona Agora puet sila ulung nela tu furagona Yeah
Everybody scatterluck. What you want? No, lie. I am not a person. This is not the place. I just play one on TV. On the other side of space. And I'm not asking. I'm not begging. I'm not praying. I'm not saying. Scatterluck. 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 The biggest star of them all is the furthest away, the slowest to fall, the longest to stay, day, and we might end it before we even begin it. If we could stop and just give it a minute. Scatterluck. 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 Now we all fall. Now we all fall. Now we all fall. And let it all. And let it all. And let it all. And let it all.
escaparán. En tus sueños ya no hay salida. Freddy te va a encontrar. No hay donde correr, no hay donde escapar. En la pesadilla está. Freddy no te dejará en paz. 1, 2, viene por ti. 3, 4, cierra bien la puerta.
So they're on the state of
Langit biru cerah memanggil, anak kecil bermain dan riang. Matahari terbit penuh warna, hari ini kita bersuka. Burung berkicau menyambut pagi, desiran angin tak pernah henti. Tawa dan senyum menghiasi langit biru hari yang ceria. Lompat-lompat tinggi ke awan, petik bintang yang bersinar terang. Mari kita main tanpa henti, langit biru teman setia. Awan putih tempat kita berlari, lepaskan hayalan terbang tinggi. Anak-anak dunia bersatu di bawah langit biru yang luas. Ayo kawan mari bergenggam, dongeng cerita kita ukir. Selalu ingat ceria di hati, langit biru teman sejati. Lompat-lompat tinggi ke awan, petik bintang yang bersinar terang. Mari kita main tanpa henti, langit biru teman setia.
One that was not certified by
Квантовые, всегда мы рядом и наша помощь. Встречайте нас, жизни создатели. Мы квантоускорители, исследуем глубь, а также мы квантофантазеры, ведем новый путь. И когда мы археологи, пишем новые хроники. Квантомы, играем в игры, квантовые идеи, свобода, вместе мы летим, ескорая. В нашем мире все лучше рая, у нас лучше рая, у нас лучше рая, у нас лучше рая. Квантоморье мы квантоисследователи, а квантопустыне мы квантоискатели. Есть у нас и квантокондукторы, квантогенерал-майоры и квантодегустаторы. Но все же мы все квантокомбайнеры. Даже если в глубине души мы квантостранники, а наши квантогенераторы дают пользу. Детские садики дают пользу. Детские садики. Квантомы, играем в игры, квантовые идеи, свобода, вместе мы летим, ескорая. В нашем мире все лучше рая, у нас лучше рая, у нас лучше рая, у нас лучше кванта матери, а кванта пустыни, мы квантоискатели. Есть у нас и квантокондукторы, квантогенерал-майоры и квантодегустаторы. Но все же мы все квантокомбайнеры. Даже если в глубине души мы квантостранники, а наши квантогенераторы дают пользу. В детские садики дают пользу. В детские садики.
There isn't one. The left wing doesn't have power. Not in any branch of government. Right now,
Если я закрываю глаза, они начинают дрожать. Стихотворение, написанное давно. Я никогда этого не забуду, даже во сне. Только этот голос может направить меня. Любовь когда-то существовала. Давайте отправимся в путь с чистым сердцем. Я хочу узнать границ света. Беги к небу, которого никто никогда не видел. Когда-то существовал. Все вдоль реальности. Поверьте, мне не хотелось возвращаться домой. Держи меня за руку. Мы жили вместе. Да. Да. Давайте отправимся в путь с чистым сердцем. Я хочу узнать границ света. Беги к небу, которого никто никогда не видел. Когда-то существовал. Да. Примите боль реальности. Поверьте, мне не хотелось возвращаться домой. Держи меня за руку. Мы жили вместе. Да. Давайте отправимся в путь с чистым сердцем. Я хочу узнать границ света. Беги к небу, которого никто никогда не видел. Мы просто переехали в место, где нас приняли. Позволь мне пойти с тобой куда угодно. Разравни эмоции, смываются всем небом. Я хочу бежать к небу, которого никто никогда не видел. Знаю, что мы можем воссоединиться после конца света. Когда-то существовал любовь. Когда-то существовала. Мы жили вместе, пока не увидишь конец. Мы все в этом вместе. Когда не увидишь конец. Мы все в этом вместе.
well, so often religion,
Мы все в этом.
and they just get the message that is packaged as religious and is not religious in any way, and they latch onto it as religious. But that is what, and this is just anyhow. This is the religious right.
No puedo hacer frente. Hay variaciones en todas partes.
screens and keyboards tightly, our bonds grow strong and true. The spirit of December brings out the best in you. Small crew, together we all shine. Small crew, your heart connects with mine. In this digital Christmas time, we make the season bright. Small crew, our family on this magical night. From different worlds we come here to share our hopes and dreams. Our music friends united, more special than it seems. La la la, Christmas swing, making memories day by day in our own special way. Small crew, together we all shine. Small crew, your heart connects with mine. In this digital Christmas time, we make the season bright. Small crew, our family on this magical, this wonderful, this beautiful night. Small crew, together shine.
But there's a video.
We make it, fa la la, Christmas swing, making memories day by day in our own special ways.
That the actual
In this digital Christmas time, we make the season bright. Small crew, our family, on this magical, this wonderful, this beautiful night.
planning. On November 18th,
Together shine. Ho ho ho, ring ding ding, fa la la, Christmas swing, making memories day by day in our own special way.
Close your eyes, breathe deeply. 10, 9, 8, relax completely. 7, 6, 5, you feel peace within you. 4,
Bite Monterey.
It's just a mess of a day, guys. And I think I just realized that my audio has been messed up for several days. But that's just the way it's going to be when you're learning how to stream. So, I can now hear my own audio pretty well. That sounds good. I like that. Okay. Now that I'm actually starting my stream toward the end of it, oh, it's painful. Oh, it's painful. Hi, I'm Know Nothing Attorney. We're talking about the fake electors plot. Bad stuff. Not gonna re-summarize everything. Boy. Check, 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 check. Hello. Check. Sure. Check. Okay, that's where I'm supposed to be. Now I can hear my own voice. Wow. Okay. Where are we at? The House Select Committee on the January 6th attack concluded that Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows were involved in the early stages of the plan, as was Donald Trump, who asked on December 7th or 8th for research into whether a fake elector scheme would be possible, according to Trump campaign lawyer Joshua Findlay in his testimony to the committee. Let's go ahead and put that in accountability. That's not accountability, is it? That doesn't belong there. It belongs up in the Trump section. Right? Too far. Aight. Sometimes I can't believe that I've actually started doing this. I used to do this on my own, thinking that someday I would start working on a project like this, and now I'm just doing it. Back to research. The committee wrote in its final report that Trump was driving the fake elector plan by December 7th or 8th, and that he was collaborating with Rudolph Giuliani on the plan's implementation by December 13th or 14th.
notes to add. Where's Meadows? He's got to be up here. Yeah. Meadows, there you are. You sneaky little guy. You like being a bad person, don't you? Okay. Now we're going back. The committee wrote in its final report that Trump was driving the fake election plan by December 7th and 8th, coordinating with Giuliani by October 14th. Oh, excuse me. This is Trump. That's Trump. Rudolph Giuliani, the guy that tried to sleep with Borat's underage daughter. I will always remember that, Mr. Giuliani. It will never go away. Man, I need to get set up on Twitch already. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Both Meadows and Giuliani were informed that a White House counsel's office review of the plans to use alternate electors concluded that the scheme was not legally sound. Big surprise. What a surprise. Holy cow. Rudy, you should have known. They told you. They said. Marky Mark, they told you. They said you should have known. In July 2022, Politico acquired an email that OANN anchor Christina Bobb sent to several Trump attorneys and allies. Oh boy, let's get OANN involved in this. The email was dated December 13th, 2020, the day before electors met across the country to certify their state's election results. It showed that Mike Roman, Trump's 2020 Director of Election Day Operations, had spoken with teams around the country focused on the effort to appoint false electors. Hold on. Mike Roman had spoken with teams around the country focused on the effort to appoint false electors, reported developments back to her, which she then relayed to the email recipients. Those recipients included Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, Boris Epstein, and one-time Trump attorneys Joe DiGenova and his wife Victoria Tenzing. Boy, that's some people that we have not heard of yet. Ugh. Why we gotta keep adding people? What a massive conspiracy. Christina Bobb. OAN. Mike Roman. Do I have Jenna Ellis on this list yet? She showed up in the research somewhere, but I don't think she has her own. Yeah. Sorry, Jenna. You got involved. I don't know if this actually counts as involvement, but I think that matters whether think the truth of that is whether it compounds with other things or not. Epstein's on here. It's supposed to be Epstein. I never remember the right way to pronounce his name. Joe DiGenova. Joe DiGenova. One-time Trump attorney, Joe DiGenova. I kind of want to look this guy up. I'm curious. What kind of person? It's Joe DiGenova. Oh. Forgot to flip over that time. Anyway, I'm done copying that over. Let's see who Joe DiGenova is. American lawyer and political commentator who served as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia from 1983 to 88. He and his wife Victoria Tensing, partners in the Washington, D.C. law firm DiGenova and Tensing. He is known for promoting conspiracy theories about the Department of Justice and the FBI. Frequently appeared on Fox News, Fox Business. I feel like we might need to substantiate this, but I gotta take a second here. Where's... yeah. That. We need a new slide type here. Something I've been planning for a bit. Where's duplicate? Oh. You do it by right-clicking. No, nothing? Okay. New slide type. You should know. Let's take that to the research document real quick. Oh, that's not the right one. Come back, come back, come back. This one. Right, that's new show. Ooh. What if I put it in quotes? Nope. We gotta have a source. Hey, get that out of here. You don't need to see that. Get out of here. That's mine. more nuanced than I thought it was. Apparently, it was just Tucker Carlson and Rachel Maddow that used that defense. Well, maybe I don't need that as a slide then. If anybody brings up Tucker Carlson, I can just say, you know that's not news, right? Interesting. So based on preliminary results, I would actually have to find something to substantiate this. Fox does actual news between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Everything else is opinion and silly billy stuff. Yeah, this isn't worth our time. So let's, instead of doing that, let's go to the other one that I really wanted to do.
Stand gegen Luther Vox.
on. You can get on one line. You can do it. There we go. Why don't you just tell me that I'm even with that other one? My goodness. What color should we make You Should Know? Dark orange? Ooh, that's hideous.
Na salonach wiatr, kiedy wszystko się skończyło.
Purple? That's purple.
Ostatni napełni automat. Jeszcze chwila, ktoś na mnie już czeka. A koledzy ci w Polsacie zginęli na drugiej wejściówce. Puchatka i implozja. W końcu cię nie mogli uratować. Ostatnia wiadomość znaleziona na chamską polską przekrętową wersję, co potem wyszła jako super niby.
Yeah, no, I just want the font. Just the font. Ah.
O i te chipsy tak słone,
Better.
kiedy ja już byłem śpiący. Wiesz o co mi chodzi? Ja tu siedzę ścigany przez goniących.
Ew, stop.
Już prawie nie mieli tajemnic. Tych kaset wycofali się prędko z naiwności przez ciebie. Myślę, że znaleźli, a może i wycięli. Nie działali mądrze.
Okay,
Ignor
happy with
na
that.
stanowisku kontra Ludavox. Na stanowisku kontra Ludavox.
so then we go. Alright, we got it added. So now I've got at least one you should know up there. Got other ones that I want for the future. Right. No. Did I put Victoria on there? Yes, I did. I can find that out even without opening it for me. Wow. The New York Times obtained dozens of emails in July 2022 showing communications about the scheme among Trump associates in December 2020. The emails showed discussions of how to create lists of people who could basically claim to be electors in key states Trump had lost. One attorney in the detailed discussions, Jack Wolinchik, described to Epstein a strategy of sending in fake electoral votes to Pence so that someone in Congress can make an objection when they start counting votes and start arguing that the fake votes should be counted. Wolinchik repeatedly referred to these electors as fake, later suggesting they be referred to as alternative, appending a smiley emoji. I feel like I do this like every time I read new information. What an asshat. I didn't say asshat before, but now, what an asshat. Jerk. Don't be jerks, guys. Be nice people. I think that's something I didn't get out earlier when I was talking about the difference between the way Democrats and Republicans use power. Now we're dealing with an existential threat on the left from power utilized by the right. The thing I can never wrap my head around is how people have allowed their own sense of right and wrong to be so overcome that they can be convinced that the people saying, "I want to help you," need to be destroyed. Like, are you not honest with yourself to think that that's what these people do this for? That people want to allow people to have gay marriage because it makes people happy and they just want people to be happy? No, it has to be to wage some kind of war that is turning people into what they would call sissies. They want to manipulate people into being gay, which is so weird from the perspective of the left, because you're like, I don't want people to be anything. I just let them make a choice for themselves. You're so used to looking at things from the standpoint of making people do things that you can't understand the perspective of people who just want to let other people choose for themselves. And when somebody wants to let people choose for themselves, your choice is to say they need to be destroyed. You don't want your power to make people do things interrupted. somewhere along the way you got told that people who want to help people need to be destroyed, and you bought into it. How did you get there? Did you not have actual values to begin with? Why does people helping people make you so mad? And don't get me wrong. I understand that you think you're helping people too. But the difference is one side hands people the reins and then steps away. You say, I'm helping, and they ask you not to. And you say, you don't understand. You don't understand that I am helping you. Keep your mouth shut and let me help you. That's not help. That's dehumanizing. It robs people of dignity. And no, the left isn't making you do things by not liking what you do. You are not entitled to people liking what you do. That is actual freedom. People are allowed to not like you when you do or say mean things. These are things we're supposed to learn on the playground. Let's get through the end of this section. It's already 11:45 and I wanted to stop at 11:30. I just can't get anything done. Okay. Jack Wilenchik, newly leaping toward the top of the wrongdoers list. You knew. Jack knew. Jack knew the goal. He understood the assignment. Jack wanted people to lose the power to vote. These are people who don't care about you. These are people who want you powerless. Surprise! If you didn't know, you should have known. They don't like you. You're not on their team. You're merely wearing their jersey. Alright, we're on Jack Wilenchik and Epstein. Sometimes I just don't understand. I mean, this whole time I don't understand, but sometimes it just hits me real hard. Welcome, another piece of human refuse. Epstein, there. One email informed many of the president's top advisors that naming Trump fake electors in Michigan was not possible due to the state capitol building being closed due to pandemic restrictions. The email showed that progress reports on the scheme were routed to Giuliani, and in one case, to Meadows. Many of the emails went to Epstein, a close Trump advisor who was acting as a coordinator between people in the campaign, the White House, and others. Epstein was also a regular point of contact for Eastman. The emails showed that Mike Roman played a significant role in finding ways to challenge the election results. Wolinchik wrote of a strategy by Kelly Ward, the Arizona Republican Party chair, to keep it under wraps until Congress counts the vote January 6th so we can try to surprise the Dems and media with it. I tend to agree with her. Newly surprised all the time. What a piece of shit. What another piece of shit. What another piece of shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. You are a piece of shit. Oh my god. You gotta come out of the closet. Oh my god. Tom, it's John Travolta. Oh my god. Kelly Ward. Kelly Ward. Human trash. Kelly Ward. On December 13th, 2020, Robert Sinners, the campaign's election operations director for Georgia, emailed state Republicans planning to cast alternate electors for Trump. Sinners wrote, "Your duties are imperative to ensure the end result, a win in Georgia for President Trump, but will be hampered unless we have complete secrecy and discretion." Will be hampered why? Robert? Why would your efforts be hampered? Is it because people would say it's unconstitutional? Immoral? Huh. Weird. Weird. Robert Sinners. I'm gonna get mad. It's the music. One of these days, we're gonna get somebody up here. We're gonna talk about some shit. I look forward to that. We're gonna make something constructive. Doesn't matter what side you're on. Because if you're on the right, I'm gonna try something with you. Not that anybody's listening right now, but when you're proven wrong, you have two choices. You can either accept being an honest victim or choose to be a dishonest villain. It's the two routes you have to go when you're proven wrong. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that really want to relish outwardly in you choosing to be an honest victim. A lot of people will not make that easy on you. And heck, I'm not going to make a judgment on it, but I don't. Some people might make the argument, and they might have some points that you deserve it. You deserve having a hard time. But that's not what I'm here to say. I'm here to say, I welcome you with open arms, and there are other people that welcome you with open arms. And the main reason why is because I was in your shoes. What was it? Guess it was 2016. No, I still considered myself a conservative. It had to be 2019. I turned around. There wasn't any specific moment. There was a specific thing, I think it was. And that's probably why it's such a big deal to me. I kept turning over the concept of trans rights in my head. In the beginning, it didn't make sense to me. And then, I think it's lawyer brain got in my head. I guess it was already in my head. I was being trained to think in logical steps. Being able to think about context. Being able to think about nuance. Being able to see subsets of sets as separate from the sets themselves. And I kept turning that specific thought around in my head. And I came to appreciate the fact that what people talk about when they talk about gender is different from what they talk about when they talk about sex. They are just two different things. And next came the realization that they aren't necessarily tied to each other. And it was such an epiphany to me. I was like, why didn't I get this? Like, it seems so simple now that I have parsed it out and I can understand it. It seems so simple now. Why didn't I get it before? And once I understood it, I wanted to talk to everybody about it. I'm like, oh my God, did you understand this? Because now I understand it. I feel like I should have understood. Do you understand it? And then I had to talk my own friends through it. My friends who were lefties. Because back in 2019, there were a lot more people who didn't understand this stuff at all, but still appreciated it. There were a lot of people who were just like, I don't know what's going on, but I want to respect people, so I will acknowledge them as what they claim to be, what they identify as. That was very common among my friend group. I hadn't been one of them. I had unfortunately been somebody who was like, why would you acknowledge something that isn't factually accurate? But then I wanted to start talking about it to everybody. And the more I thought about that, I think what it was is I got engaged online. I was on Reddit so much, and I saw people making these arguments, the same arguments over and over and over again. And I had to jump into these threads and be like, hey, the thing that you're saying that you think makes you sound clever is A, not new, and B, completely misses the mark on something that you should be understanding. Like, you're poking fun at something that the other side is saying for something that they're not even saying. So I got really involved online. And it came to be a regular thing where I would get deep in the weeds with one person online until I got them to either have a breakthrough where they understood, oh, this is what's happening, or got so mad they bailed, because people get tired of being proven wrong. But being in that environment, I think I saw a lot of the same stuff going on. There was a lot of lack of nuance, failing to see the difference between A and B, that makes A okay and B not okay. There's a lack of nuance on one side of these issues. And it was the legal training that made me understand that. You have to understand nuance. to do well in a top law school level environment. You need to be able to wrap your head around nuance, and I encourage you to be able to wrap your head around nuance in real life, in your everyday life. But it was because of all that same strategy, the same, what do I call it? The same traps that people fell for in their own heads. Or if the same traps that they fell for when other people were telling them things that they said were true. That I started to go, oh, this facts over feelings crowd are actually the ones that are keeping up the facts. I mean, the feelings over facts. They're the ones that are putting the fifis into the arguments that don't need to be there. And that's when I became a lefty. I resisted it for a while. I went, no, I'm just recognizing the facts on this issue. I'm just recognizing the facts on this issue. It doesn't mean that I'm a liberal. But there was just a day where I looked at all those things and I was like, oh, there are this many things that I've changed my mind on. Where I recognize where the right failed to have any understanding of nuance. I've been in your shoes. Long-winded way to say it. I've been in your shoes. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to stay wrong. If you stay wrong, that means you are choosing to be a villain, not owning up to being a victim. There's no shame in having been a victim. Most of us out here are victims of one thing or another, and we try to avoid accepting it. So please, consider talking to, if not me, then somebody. Talk to a lefty. Be like, you know, I keep thinking about these issues, this issue, that issue. Keep thinking about this. And part of me is worried I don't understand what the other side is saying. So can you walk me through that? Walk me through what the left's actual viewpoint on this issue is. That's a perfectly clean and simple, blameless way of going about changing your attitude on something. There are some of us out here who are welcoming to that. And you know, that's brave. That's what bravery is. That's what strength actually is. It's hard to own up to being wrong. It doesn't make you stupid. It's hard for me to act like it's not sometimes, but that's only because I find the results we're living with so frustrating and threatening, honestly. It makes you want to lash out. And if I do lash out, I'm sorry. It's not my intent. So a lot of us feel powerless out here. And it's not right. It's not fair. We shouldn't be in this position. Alright, let's finish this up. I already did that one. Wobbat Sinos. Wobbat. Lasagna! Hi, baby. Guys, what am I doing? Shutting down. I'm shutting down. Really gotta get through this. Robert Sinners. Last paragraph before we quit. Trump campaign coordinated sending the alternate elector certificates to Pence by January 6th in time for the congressional certification of electors. Federal law required the physical presence of elector certificates on the floor of Congress during certification. When the alternate certificates from Wisconsin and Michigan were running late, no shot. No shot. Oh, come on. Trump campaign officials sent flights to Washington, D.C. with other false elector certificates from those states. No shot. Senator Ron Johnson and Representative Scott Perry, as well as GOP congressional staff, took part in plans to deliver the fake certificates to Pence. Man. I don't even remember who Ron Johnson is. That name really stands out. So we got Scott Perry and Ron Johnson. I'm pretty sure we don't have Ron Johnson on here. Ron Weasley. Snape. Severus Snape. Severus Snape. Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson, Rick Perry, where you at, Rick Perry? Sometimes I would kill to have Rick Perry back. We got things I want to say. I'm just gonna stop. Oh boy, now it states later developments. Oh no. Oh no, not you. Not Stephen Miller. Operation Pence Card. I think I'm going to come back to this next time. You know, we're learning as we go. I think I need the bare bones evidence. Just the evidence I need to prove the stuff I'm talking about, because we're not over here indicting any of these people. Hopefully that'll come later. I can't be getting into the weeds with this stuff. What I need is the Eastman memos. What I need is the emails. And that's it. We can read these articles That way we don't miss things like Ginny Thomas being part of it, which I think deserves its own grievance in the Declaration of Independence. That a Supreme Court justice's wife was involved in this plot. I knew we weren't okay on January 6, 2020. I kept thinking that feeling would go away. And here we are. Just one long continuous thought of we're not okay. That's not true. There was some time in 2023 and 2024 where I thought we were okay. I had other worries at the time. But I thought we were okay. I at least had the capacity to worry about those other things. Sadly, it feels a little bit like a TV show script. That we gotta turn down all the noise so that Know Nothing can go through this traumatic series of events in his life. That Know Nothing can go through this character arc, and then we'll bring it all back after that. Well, I gotta get some sleep. So, I think we'll approach this tomorrow with a different strategy in mind. Bare bones evidence. Just to prove our point. That this, and this. Now, if you want to try to disprove me, then we're gonna get into this stuff. This, all this over here. That's when we get to that. Is when you come to argue. But until then, you just need the bare bones evidence, prove the point, and that'll do it. If no one wants to argue with us, what's the point? So, let's wrap things up. I'm Know Nothing attorney. I will always profess to know nothing. I will always aim for a high degree of confidence in everything. I invite you to embrace knowing nothing with me so that we can all learn together. Because learning together is our only way out. I'm proud of you. As weird as that sounds. Whoever you are, I'm proud of you. And I don't hope you needed to hear it, but I hope you're hearing it if you needed to hear it. Hear lore. Life is hard. Life's been hard. It's always been hard. It always will be hard. And the fact that you put up with it every day and that you've come through everything that you have, it's remarkable. And you deserve to have someone be proud of you for that. So let that be me if no one else. Let's get through this together. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Get ready for No King's Day.